Hello, PRüF community. This is Clifford Smith, lead dev and CEO at PRüF, and we're here to talk about our AC Node Keystone Grant program. We should probably start out with a little bit of an explanation of AC nodes in general, so I'm going to cut that in right here in the video, and then we'll resume talking about the grant program. So here we go, AC nodes. AC nodes are a key part of the decentralization of PRüF. AC node stands for asset class node, and as the name implies, it refers to a class of asset or type of thing. Each tokenized asset created in the PRÜF system will belong to a type or class. Therefore, it belongs to an asset class. And each asset class, in turn, is rooted in a root asset class. So you might have Trek bicycles, and that class is rooted in the asset class bicycles, for example. So it's a subtype. So at any rate, when an asset is minted in the PRÜF ecosystem, it is minted in an asset class. Assets are generally speaking transferable between asset classes as long as the asset classes share the same root. So any bicycle could be moved from one bicycle asset class to another bicycle asset class. The idea of AC nodes is that they would typically cater to a specific subgroup of users. So we're thinking in terms of type of asset, type of bicycle, maybe even type of use, type of user in general. What kinds of what are your interests in using that asset? Also, regional is really important because we need things in different languages, and different regions are going to have different needs for managing their assets. So the idea is that AC nodes can be built out by anyone who wants to participate in the system. Build out an AC node catering to a specific subgroup of users and assets, and the AC node holder, which is actually the holder of an ERC-721 token, which provides them with access. It's like a administrative key to the AC node in the infrastructure. So basically, with that token, they can then administrate the name of the node, which handles the namespace. Like for Trek bicycles, let's just say it would be Trek bicycles.prüf.io or something like that. Also, the namespace Trek bicycles, if somebody wants to look that up, they would also own that namespace. So basically, in addition to controlling the namespace, they would also be able to set pricing on certain actions within the node. So for certain types of transactions involving those assets, they would be able to set a price in PRÜF on those transactions. In addition to that, they would set the payment address, where they want the PRÜF to be sent. That results from transactions. We expect that we'll see a lot of different types of AC nodes. The simplest model for AC nodes is what we have already discussed, basically, where the node holder would set a price in PRÜF for various types of transactions in the network, and they would receive that PRÜF, and that would function as their form of payment, and the user would ostensibly be paying the network fees, etc. Obviously, there's other models. You might have a store or a brand that would operate a node. They would actually be covering probably the network costs completely internally, and they probably wouldn't be charging any PRÜF. They wouldn't expect their end users to necessarily have a crypto wallet or hold any PRÜF. In those cases, that portal would serve mainly as an engine to drive interaction and revenue producing transactions on their website. So basically, through the portal, it would be bringing in customers for additional brand education, comparison type things, upsells, service contracts, accessory sales, those kinds of things. Or just brand stickiness, to bring people in and say, hey, this is your product is a high quality product, and here's some stuff about it, and this is why you're going to feel good about owning that product, and ultimately why you're going to come back and buy our brand again in the future. So brand engagement in general and additional revenue producing opportunities would be what that model would be based on. Another model, for example, there's a lot of different models, but another model that we expect to become popular, it would be the sales-based or transaction-based portal. And the idea for that would be, it's a portal that you would go into as a non-PRüF user to purchase a PRüF item. So there you would probably pay for the item with your credit card or whatnot, and that node operator would actually handle the network transactions and would handle the cost in paying for the item in PRÜF or with whatever other currency was stipulated in the sales contract, because with our sales business logic you can stipulate different currencies. But so they would handle that cryptocurrency payment back to the seller, and it would all, from the buyer's point of view, it would just be a transaction with a credit card or with online payment service of some kind, just like any other e-commerce transaction that they already do. Okay, so there's an overview of AC nodes. Back to the grant program, what we've got is we'll be giving away fully provisioned AC nodes and extensive developer support to projects that have proposals that we feel represent a strong value proposition for PRüF users, either in your market or in your location. Any of those things can make a difference. Anyway, what we're going to be asking for is a plan, including some sort of a time frame on rolling out your asset class portal, and to be able to demonstrate that you have the capabilities to execute your plan, as far as having some web development expertise in hand or something along those lines. We will be able to provide extensive support, so Web3 or IPFS experience is not necessary, but some basic web development skills are probably going to be pretty much obligatory to finish out a project like this. We can provide pretty extensive support, and you can work directly off of our templates as well, but there still would be some expertise involved. Other than that, we're willing to do a lot of hand-holding, to help you get started and configure your AC node, and to help you to execute your web portal. FYI, the existing frameworks and stuff that we're using, we're deploying pretty much with React. So React experience or React development experience is going to be extremely useful for anybody applying for this grant. Anyway, if you have an idea that you'd like to propose or something you'd like to pitch to us, just reach out to us either through email on our website, or you can get into the Telegram group at t.me/PRÜF talk, and just reach out to a dev or an admin there, and the message will get forwarded to us. Okay, so anyway, that's the grant program in a nutshell. If you have any questions or comments, suggestions, or would like to pitch a proposal to us, be sure and get in touch, and we'll be glad to look at that.